Hello guys, and a big welcome to my channel. My name is Florence and this one is a real one. No Instagram aesthetics, no fluff, nothing. But this is just me sharing how I'm preparing for my IELTS journey in 2 weeks or even less, because I don't know, but it's within 2 weeks and I'm preparing for my IELTS. And so most people have been asking me, how are you doing it? Because I do juggle a full-time job, a part-time job, family, and it's just full on because it's summer holidays in the UK. So most people are just asking me, how are you doing it? Because they will be pressed for time. I do get tired, I do. And today I'm just outside. Why? Because my husband works night shifts, so he will be sleeping because he goes on a night shift, and this video had to be done because I'm also going on a night shift today, and still I do these videos sharing my life with you. So it's just a case of what has to be done. Today is not just about me sharing what I'm doing or why I'm outside, but how I am actually doing it, balancing it with my IELTS, because at the end of the day I am doing this because it needs to be done. It's not optional, it's not like I have a choice, but it had to be done. I'm on a journey. I know some of you will be like, but you have already relocated, why are you putting yourself through so much? You know what's been happening with immigration in the UK especially, and I came here as a caregiver, and we've been at the center of everything immigration, everything, numbers and everything. They cannot talk about immigrants and not talk about the care worker visa, so it does affect me, and I've just decided I'm gonna have to do what I need to do so that I stay afloat, so that when the X comes, I'll be on the other side, on the safest side of being X'd. So that's why I'm doing this house thing. I have decided to take matters into my own hands and really do what I need to do as far as my career, my future, and that of my family is concerned. So if you're that person who is a busy person, busy mom, busy parent, busy this and that, you work, you study, you do this and this, and still you want to do IELTS, this video is specifically for you. So let's get right into it. I'll be frank with you. The first thing that you need to do is to establish how critical or how important this is for you, what it means for you to really be doing what you're doing. For me, doing this IELTS thing is a case of it needs to be done. It's not optional. There are no two ways about it. I need to do this. So once you establish how badly you want it, once you establish that there are no two ways about it, there are no excuses, you need to focus. That's why for me, I gave myself 2 weeks to do it. I could not afford to do it over a long period of time because I love to tick the boxes and get things off my table or off my to-do list. So I gave myself limited time. So that's why I believe it's working. And I chose a time when it's school holidays and I don't have to worry about getting the kids ready for school or picking them up from school run and this and that. And thank goodness my kids have gone on holiday. They are with family. So I do appreciate your family. If you watch this video, you have done the biggest favor, the biggest help that I needed. The timing couldn't just be any perfect. So for me, I would say now, 3 years after relocating to the UK, for me, thinking about it or doing it, I see opportunities. I see my next big step. I see a next lifeline. So that's why it's so important that I pass. But what I've realized as well is that it's not about doing it harder. It's not about spending so much time on it, but it's about working smart. It's about really being focused. Do it in less time, be smart about it. So because I've done it before, I know which areas I struggle with. I know which areas to really target. And I know my limitations. I know where my hands are tied, but then still I have to do this. So what I've done is I've established a routine, and in my routine, I'm so religious with it. I'm bad like that. So my day starts at about 4:30. I've been like that since I started YouTubing, because there are times when I have to edit before I go to work. There are times when I have to upload before I go to work. So my day has just been consistent. 4:30, I'm awake, and I don't go to bed until 11 o'clock. I'm religious like that. So now what I'm doing, if I'm not doing my YouTube videos and editing early in the morning, and why it works is because my husband works night shifts. So 90% of the time I'm alone in bed. So what I do with my time is entirely up to me. So that works perfectly well for me. So what I do is early in the morning, 4:30, I wake up, and most of the time what I do find easier to do when I've just woken up is to just quickly go through my listening. Partly it's because it takes me 40 minutes to practice. Sometimes I may not, if I'm working, I may not have the time to mark it, but I'll mark it later. But if I do have the time, I can do the practice test and mark and see where I am at, and then get on with my day. I always reserve lunchtime or midday for speaking practice. Right now it's midday and I'm practicing for my speaking, and I've decided I'm gonna do it by recording a few videos on YouTube. That works so well, what I'm doing and why I've decided to document and creating these videos and sharing with you. So I'm really just like that. I stick to it. So if I'm working still, I take my lunch break around this time, and in that half an hour, speaking is part and parcel of what I do. For the longest time, I've always on my own. Even when I'm at work, I take my lunch break on my own. A lot of my colleagues have been asking me, I hope they don't see this video, but anyway, I don't care. So they've asked me, why do you not sit in the day room with others? Partly it's because I take my own lunch, I take my own dinner, so I don't buy lunch at work. So it's always what I would have prepared, and it's always African. So I serve them from smell, because what we eat and what they eat is totally different. So now, because I've always stuck to that routine, I take that time to practice. 15 minutes is long enough for me to practice, do my speaking. So that's when I do my speaking. And evenings, when I go to bed, when I retire to bed, there's a higher chance my husband would have left for work. So I sit down and do my writing. Writing requires concentration, requires focus. So writing and reading is reserved mostly for evenings before I go to bed. And like I said, my routine and my life has been, I don't go to bed before 11. So I have to stick to that routine, and it's been working so far. I'm ticking the boxes. I'm slowly getting there. Of course, when I started, I was a bit rusty, a bit this and that, but I am slowly getting there. One of the things that I realized is that the goal is not for you to study for hours, for days, for months, but is to study consistently and to really hit those spots where you struggle a lot and focus on them, and you will get better in time. So what I've done is, I was saying, my kids are away, and this is my space for the next 2 weeks where I am. If I'm outside, I'll be in here doing my IELTS prep, recording, this and that. So I was actually part and parcel of what has actually made me really manage thus far and get the confidence to know I'll be where I am at. So it's part and parcel of my plan and my strategy, because I'm pressed for time. I actually have used tips a lot. I don't have that much time to really read through everything. I'm focusing on certain key areas, focusing on tips, and then employing them in my practice test. And believe you me, fast track IELTS has been my biggest tip, go-to person, everything really. They are working so well. And also I'm focusing on the areas that I know I struggle. And mostly I struggle with my reading. I'm so poor when it comes to that. So I'm focusing on my reading tips and my writing tips, and I'm actually seeing progress. I'm seeing light at the end of the tunnel. It's not too easy. And I know, because I've been there before, I sort of feel I'm too hard on myself. But if you're starting, just know it's doable. Just focus. That's all I can say. One of the hardest things when it comes to really doing things like this is really balancing work, family, and doing IELTS. I've seen a lot of people struggle. I know a lot of people are hesitant. They want to do it. They've got the resources to do it, but then when they look at the whole bigger picture, they go like, how do I balance the two? How am I going to get over it? What I can tell you is it's all about balance. It's not about doing 4 hours of study. It's not about doing 3 hours or 1 hour of study. Even 20 minutes make a whole lot of a difference. Even one section to say, well, I'm not going to write the 2 essays, but I want to write my part 1 essay, and that's it for the day. Or I want to write my part 2 the next day, or I want to write part 1 in the morning, part 2 later on in the evening. Just know, for as long as you've done something, you're contributing to the bigger goal. So don't look at it as though I would need 5 hours of study a day. This is not GCE or high school or whatever. This is IELTS, and this is self-study, and this is something that people like myself have done before. So it's literally doable. Also, it's not about neglecting other areas of your life. Always keep the balance. Always understand that you've got family to look after, you've got this and that, you've got work to focus on. And part of what I'm doing at the moment to balance the three is, today I work a night shift, so my day has started early. Why? Because later on I would need to sleep so that I can do better at work and I won't be dozing at work. So my day started early, and my day started with me doing my house chores, my cleaning, my cooking, everything is ready. One of my go-to things since I came to the UK is preparing meals well in advance. I do that, and it has worked for me, so that That way I would have cooked where I'm supposed to cook. I would have cleaned where I'm supposed to clean. And I do multitask. Sometimes I'm cleaning, I'm washing at the same time. And I always reserve that downtime, maybe when I'm watching TV and I'm unwinding. Then that's the time probably that I do my ironing, my folding of the laundry. So always keep that balance. It's a healthy balance. It's not a situation where you're saying, because I'm doing IELTS, I neglect other areas of my life. Also, part and parcel of what I do when it comes to work. For me, I love what I do. For me, I love what I do. And also, what I do because I work in care is a chance for me to practice my speaking. So I enjoy conversations at work. For me, I know the benefit for me. I know that's my way of boosting my conversational skills. So whenever I get time in between, I go and see my patients and I'm talking to them. I'm engaging in conversations with them. I'm asking about the interesting things of their life. My job allows for that. Also, how I'm keeping my balance is I prioritize my sleeping time. But I perform top notch at the top of my game when I'm at work. Partly it's because my work involves working with people's lives, so I cannot afford to drop the ball or to let the ball slip. So it's important to keep that balance, and eating healthy habits to contribute to the results that we achieve. What I can emphasize is the fact that do not neglect your IELTS journey. Do not say I can't do IELTS because I work full time and I have children. Neither should you say I will drop my hours at work because I want to cater for this. Just plan and be organized, and also be consistent with your routines, and just know it's doable. So here is my challenge. Let's do this together. If you're on an IELTS journey for the next 7 days, can you try at least do one task a day, one practice task a day, and see where we are at? After day 7, next week on Sunday, I will be coming to you again just to do a review of how it has been. I've already started every day. I do things in the morning and at night, and I think I'll do a video where I'm showing you my progress, my ups and downs, and let's do this together. So that's why for you in this video. I have got to go back to my life, and thank you so much for doing this with me. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me, and I see you, I see the comments, and I do really appreciate you. If you've watched this far and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to this channel so that you can see what's next. You can get to understand where the journey is at, and if it's for you, then you can start thinking and planning how you can then embark on your own journey. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.